What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Camilo here from Trending Wavez, bringing you to our end of the market update for this Tuesday, June the 1st of 2021. Hope you guys had a fantastic 3-day weekend. So what has transpired today in the market? It has been pretty choppy towards the end of the day, but in the morning it was promising that we were going to head into all-time highs per our Elliott wave interpretation. So what ended up happening was that we met resistance at the previous all-time high, and that's still sort of showing us that we are within the corrective wave 4 structure. So what does that mean for us now? What does that mean coming into tomorrow and the rest of the week? Okay, so overall, as usual, we are still looking for our primary degree wave 1 to complete. But before we do that, obviously, we need to break new all-time highs. So the wave structure that follows goes like this. So up in 1, down in 2, up in 3, 4, minor degree wave 1 and 2. And so our upside targets are in the intermediate degree wave 5, which comes in at 454, minor degree wave 5, which comes in at 444 spot 38. Okay, so this wave structure is valid just as long as we remain north of wave count and validation, which comes in at 398 spot 05. Okay, so this is the line that we must hold in order for us to find ourselves still reaching towards all-time highs. Should we break south of this, then obviously at that point we've already topped out in the market and we're setting in for our primary degree wave 2 corrective pullback. I don't think that's the case just yet. I think that we still have one more high in the markets, but before we do that, we must first complete the wave 4. Taking you guys down to the 1 hour time frame. So today in the Discord group, we took a trade. We took a stab at a short trade, a put option that had an expiration out to June the 11th. So our strike price was 417. And the reason why we took that trade, guys, was because what ended up happening was that pre-market it was looking as if we were going to break two new all-time highs. And the news out was that, the US has reached a milestone in vaccinations. Over 50% of the population has been vaccinated, at least with one dose. So that obviously excited the markets and led the opening trades to start moving, like Boeing, the airlines, Airbnb, and I think there were a few others that were out there that were just randomly moving. So we met resistance at the 422 spot 82 and then immediately started selling off. So where are we now in the wave count here? So are we still looking for the wave 4 pullback? Are we now pulling back and then heading on higher? I'm still operating under the impression that we're still going to get another leg lower, okay, and then we head on higher. But that's why I took that short trade. I mean, it's a small risk. It's a trade to hedge our long-term portfolio position, not to hit a grand slam home run. This is just to have some exposure to the downside to potentially mitigate any downside risk to our long positions. Excuse me. So the wave structure in the 1 hour time frame goes as follows. From the March lows, we go up in where is the rest of the wave count? Actually, let me go down to a 30-minute time frame. There we go. It's a lot better. This is wacky now, guys. Sorry. So what's happening here is that in the minor degree wave 5, okay, here we go. So minor degree wave 3 completed on February the 5th. Sorry, February the 17th, the 16th. 3 wave pullback into the wave 4. Now we're rallying up into the wave 3, 5 wave up into the wave 3, and now we are here. So what does this look like? So wave 3 completed on May the 7th, a 3-wave pullback into the wave A, and now wave B, and now we're going down to wave C. So wave B came in at exactly, a little bit above the 1272 retracement, okay, of wave A versus wave B. Of wave A, then we get the retracement of 1272. This higher retracement comes in from the higher degree wave A. So as you can see here, guys, we have two levels of fib confluence, and then we have a resistance zone. So that was a pretty strong level, even though we're getting 5 waves up. All right, this was still sort of the idea that this wasn't showing an impulsive structure into the upside. We were still showing sideways movement. Okay, this is impulsive. This is not. So the way I was counting this, that it's down in A, up in B, and now we were gonna go down in C, right? But what ultimately may happen is that once we break below the 418.20, okay, that could open the door down to the 100% extension of wave A. So this overall will be a flat correction, and flat correction will look like this. So it's not an expanded flat, it's not a running flat. So the B wave did not go above the origin of wave A, and the wave C will not go beyond the extreme of wave A. That will be a flat correction. So that's what we're looking forward to, or at least what I'm interpreting based on what happened today. So levels to watch for tomorrow or for this week. We need to keep an eye out for this previous support level at 418.20, right, which was support here, and which was support here in the previous high, and in this zone here as well. So keep an eye out for that. If we fail to break below that, if we fail to hold those levels, then look for the 23.6% retracement of this overall wave advance, which will be indicative of a potential support level to take us on higher. Upside resistance, as it was today, we're looking for a break above the previous all-time high, 422.82, 421, and 420. If these levels are broken and we go up higher, that opens the door for the at least the start of this will be wave 1. Then we get the wave 2 pullback, and then we'll start resuming for the wave 3 upside objective. So, but that will open the door for new all-time highs in the markets. Okay, so that's what I'm looking forward to coming into this week. If we keep on selling off heavily, okay, and we break below 404.69 or 403.38, then our next level of support will come in at 398.5, which is the level that I mentioned earlier in the video that will invalidate the entire wave structure and call for this top to be already in place and the primary degree wave 2 to be unfolding. What I'm looking at here in this chart, guys, is that if we do end up pulling back heavily or abruptly, then this gap here will need to get filled, and so that's what I'm going to keep an eye out for that. So there's a couple elements here that once we start seeing more evidence of further pullback, then we have to start paying attention to these. So depending on volume, depending on the velocity of the drop, that'll give us a clue of how things will transpire. Okay, guys, so taking you over to the Qs. The Qs are following suit as we have been displaying from our previous videos in our wave interpretation. So we're still tracking this triangle move, and we came into the resistance at the 618 and the 100% extension. Okay, and as we mentioned before, once we find resistance there, we will need to see a 3-wave pullback down into the wave E. Once we find 3-wave pullback down into the wave E, then we can anticipate a support area. Once we complete this wave A, first of all, right, we'll know where wave B will land, or at least a target or a theoretical finish for wave B, and then we can get a theoretical wave E or wave C of E finish, at which point we'll need to see and evaluate if we're going to hold this trend channel or this trend line. Okay, wave count validation for this will come in at the 316.01. Okay, guys, so what are our downside targets and our downside support levels? Let's take a look. So we'll take an extension or retracement rather from the low of wave D to the high of wave D. So our first level of support comes in at the 23.6, which is 331.04. Should we fail to break that level, our next level will be 38.2, okay, which comes in at 328.12. If we hold these levels, so if we were to do something like this, guys, check this out, right? If we go up and we hold this, then this will be now considered we will probably finish this entire triangle, and wave 4 would have been anchored here. If we end up going higher, then that's what's going to happen. Then we will need to reevaluate what this whole structure was. But I don't think that may be the case, because looking at this S&P, looking at the SPY, looking at the XOK, let's see, what are the Dow Jones? You know, they're all displaying that we may be getting that further pullback. Even the VIX is pushing on higher, even the market internals. But the market internals, the put-call ratio is displaying on the a reversal on the put buying, or the call buying rather. So that's showing a positive sign there. Anyway, so that's it for today, guys. I do thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. If you like the content that I'm putting out every day, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the thumbs up and the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload these videos. As always, I thank you for your time, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.